Welcome to the Extraordinary Everyday Podcast, where women come to be inspired and motivated to become the best version of themselves and elevate the quality of their everyday. Now, here's your host, certified life coach, Wendy Johnson.
Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to the Extraordinary Everyday. I'm so excited you're here today. As we step into this new year, 2025, I want to talk about something that can truly shape how we navigate the year ahead: emotional resilience. As you know, life is full of ups and downs, and while we can't always control what happens, we can build the inner strength to respond in ways that help us grow and thrive. In this episode, I want to explore what emotional resilience is, why it matters, and how you can strengthen yours to face the challenges and opportunities 2025 will bring. We all have hopes and dreams, but we have to be resilient when things come up that aren't expected. I'll share examples, actionable strategies, and some thought-provoking questions to help you reflect on how to apply these ideas in your life. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive in. What is emotional resilience and why does it matter? Emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to stressful situations, setbacks, and adversity while maintaining a sense of balance and perspective. It's not about being unaffected by difficulties, but about being able to recover and move forward. Think of emotional resilience as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Just like physical strength enables you to carry heavier loads, emotional resilience allows you to handle life's challenges with more ease and grace. Why is it important? Because life will inevitably throw curveballs. Maybe it's an unexpected health scare, a career pivot, or a relationship challenge. Without resilience, these moments can feel overwhelming and all-consuming. With resilience, you can maintain a sense of hope, adapt to change, and even find ways to grow through adversity. Resilience is not just about surviving tough times. It's about thriving in spite of them. Take a moment now to reflect. When was the last time you faced a challenging situation? How did you respond? What helped you get through it? Thinking about your own experiences can help you identify the resilience you already have and areas where you can strengthen it. For me, the last time I faced a challenging situation was this summer. I was infected with COVID for the first time, and it affected my ears, and I had vertigo and nausea and dizziness. I was trying to get into the doctor, but I also had to get rid of the COVID first. And it was 3 weeks that I experienced this vertigo. And then I got into my ear doctor, and she was able to put a tube in my ear. And I immediately felt better. What I did during that time was focus on who I was being and caring for myself so that I could be well. I had hope that this wasn't going to last forever. The year before that, I had an ACL knee tear when I was skiing, and it has been a long comeback after having surgery. But I feel more resilient and stronger because of what I went through. Now let's take a moment to talk about the traits that define an emotionally resilient person. They're learned and cultivated over time. I want to give you 5 key characteristics of an emotionally resilient person. First, self-awareness. Resilient people understand their emotions and triggers. They take the time to reflect on their feelings and identify what's behind them. For example, if they're feeling overwhelmed, they might recognize that it's due to overcommitting their time and take steps to adjust their schedule. The second characteristic is optimism. They have a hopeful outlook and believe that challenges are temporary and solvable. For instance, someone facing a financial setback might focus on creating a realistic budget and exploring opportunities to rebuild rather than dwelling on the loss. And the third characteristic is adaptability. Resilient people can adapt to new circumstances and pivot when they need to. Imagine a business owner who faces unexpected market changes. What they do is find creative ways to meet the new demands instead of giving up. Many business owners had to do this during COVID, and the ones who thrived during those few difficult years are now more resilient because of it. The fourth characteristic is empathy and connection. A person who's resilient maintains strong relationships and seeks support from other people. When facing a personal loss, for example, a resilient person might lean on close friends and family for emotional support. They can't do it alone. And the fifth characteristic is problem-solving skills. A resilient person is proactive in tackling challenges. If their car breaks down unexpectedly, they don't spiral into panic, but instead, they calmly assess their options for repairs or alternative transportation. Do any of these traits resonate with you? Perhaps you see them in yourself or in someone you admire. Remember, these qualities can be strengthened with intention and practice. The second strategy is managing stress. Stress is unavoidable, but how we manage it makes all the difference. And here are a few powerful strategies that you can be sure you're doing, especially when you're under additional stress. Practice mindful breathing. When stress hits, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply. What you want to do is inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and then exhale for 6 counts. This breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system and helps you feel calmer. To make this a habit, consider mindful breathing in your daily routine, like during your morning coffee hour or before bedtime. It's important to do these practices when times are good. So you have them in practice and you're more resilient to ups and downs. The second one is to prioritize self-care. And self-care isn't selfish. It's essential. Make time for activities that recharge you, whether it's a walk outside, reading a book with a cup of tea, or spending time with loved ones. Small, consistent acts practiced over time can significantly reduce stress and build your resilience. Also, you want to set healthy boundaries. Learn to say no when you need to. If you have something that has come up, you can back out. You don't want to continue to overcommit because you will be burned out, which will deplete your emotional resilience. Think about your priorities and allocate your time and energy according to how your life is going. Remember, setting boundaries isn't about pushing others away. It's about creating space for what truly matters. And last, engage in physical activity. Exercise is a proven stress buster, whether it's a yoga session, a jog around your neighborhood, or even your own dance party in the living room. Moving your body releases endorphins and improves your ability to handle stress. The first strategy was managing stress. The second strategy is reframing your challenges. Our perspective will shape our reality. Resilient people have a knack for reframing their challenges as opportunities for growth. The mindset doesn't come naturally to everybody, but you can learn to develop it with practice. And here's how. First, you want to ask yourself empowering questions. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? These questions shift your focus from feeling stuck to discovering possibilities. Then you want to focus on what you can control. When facing a difficult situation, identify the aspects you can influence and take action there. Let go of what's beyond your control. For example, if you're navigating a tough work environment, you can't control others' behavior, but you can control your responses and set clear boundaries. Also, it's important to look for silver linings. While it's not always easy, try to find something positive in the midst of a challenging situation. Maybe it's a lesson learned, a new skill developed, or a deeper connection with someone as you navigate the hardship together. Keeping a gratitude journal can help you build this habit over time. You learn to be grateful even on the tough days. And last, visualize success in the future. Imagine yourself overcoming the challenge and emerging stronger. Visualization can be a powerful tool to build confidence and resilience. And the third strategy is staying grounded. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about staying anchored in your values and strengths. When life feels chaotic, grounding practices can help you stay centered. Here are a few ways to cultivate this. You want to have a daily ritual, a simple routine like morning journaling, gratitude practices, or even an evening wind down ritual can provide stability for you in uncertain times. These rituals act as anchors, giving your days a sense of predictability and rhythm. When things have changed beyond your control, you can still have your daily ritual to lean on. And then your support network. Build strong relationships with people who uplift and support you. Surround yourself with them, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a therapist. Having someone to talk to can make challenges feel more manageable. Don't hesitate to ask for help when you need it. And during challenging times, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially when things go wrong. Replace your harsh self-criticism with understanding and encourage yourself. Remember, resilience doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means showing up for yourself, even on the tough days. And the last one is to connect with nature. Nature is so healing, and spending time outdoors in the fresh air can help you feel more grounded and present. Whether it's a hike, a walk in the park, or simply sitting under a tree, nature has a way of restoring our sense of balance. As we close, I want to remind you that resilience is not about never feeling stress, sadness, or frustration. It's about finding ways to navigate those feelings and come out stronger. Building resilience is a journey, not a destination. And every step you take makes a huge difference. You'll be more resilient for the next challenge. This year, I challenge you to embrace resilience as a daily practice. Reflect on the strategies we discussed today and choose one or two to focus on this week. Maybe it's starting a gratitude journal, scheduling time for self-care, getting yourself outdoors every day, even when it's cold or it's hot. And when stress arises, practice mindful breathing. Remember, resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Give yourself grace. Focus on what you can control and keep moving forward one step at a time. The challenge will not always be there. You've got this. Thank you for joining me on this important episode. If you found today's tips helpful, I'd love for you to share this episode with a friend or leave a review. Let's start a conversation. What are your goals for building emotional resilience this year? Send me a message or connect with me on social media. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, take care, friends, and remember, you have the strength within you to navigate anything this year brings. Let's make this year, 2025, extraordinary together. Bye for now.
Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, you have to come check out More You, my community of like-minded women. We show up to create the highest version of ourselves and elevate the quality of our everyday along the way. Head over to ontracklifecoaching.com/join. That's ontraclifecoaching.com/join. I'd love to see you in there. And if you haven't grabbed your copy of the Mindset Makeover, head over to ontracklifecoaching.com/makeover and get a copy that teaches and inspires you to show up as your most extraordinary self.